I wanted to do a quick video on the ambient sensor for the Volkswagen. The reason for that is because this is the old one, and I started getting the engine light on, so I went ahead and bought the same one from O'Reilly. So you can see it's pretty small. I had to take it out because I wasn't sure which one it was. There are two types. So you have this one and this one. So you can see that one's a little longer. And the reason I bought this one is because it was only like $7, and this is the one they had on it on the intake uh, port. But one of the things I noticed is that the cable doesn't align with the notch on there, so I thought that was kind of weird. But then I saw this one online as well, and as you can see, it's a little longer. But I figured this is the original because it has sort of a stop once it clicks in there, so it's going to be actually farther back, which should align the cable to where it's supposed to be. Anyways, I was looking for the intake sensor, but I couldn't find it because the only thing they have is ambient sensor, which is this one. But this one is the one that goes in front on the bottom of the bumper for your AC, and this is the one for the intake. I look on the books, both of what I have, they do have a picture, but they don't have any mention of the intake. And all you see or find is ambient sensor. And when you go online, these are the two that you see. O'Reilly, this one was about $7, $8, and this one is like 55 at O'Reilly. So I got this one because that's what it had. It has work, but that is not the correct one. This is the correct one. So I went ahead and ordered this off Amazon, and I finally noticed the difference here. They're similar, but this one again, it's a little bit longer than this one. Obviously, just an ambient sensor, so not much of a difference. But I do want to emphasize that this makes a big difference in terms of your fuel economy. So I want to make sure I put the right one on the car. And this is a Europart. Let's see, what does it say? Z as in zebra 0820 535. And as you can see, it says ambient air temperature sensor. It doesn't say intake air temperature sensor, but they are a little bit different, as you can see here. And I went ahead and took the measurements for the resistance. And because you can't really get an exact measurement because of the temperature, in that's what they measure. I was about 966 ohms or 50, somewhere on there, and it started going down because the year is changing. And the original was like 950, something like that. Or here, 952. This is the old one, as you can see. And the reason I mark it is because this is the one that started giving me problems. So I want to make sure I don't confuse it with the new one. So I just took this one off, but it's also new. And this is the one that came with this one. That was the Euro part for that one. That's a small one. And then the new one that just came in, as you can see, ambient air temperature sensor as well. This is RV 382100001. Made in China as well, but it should be fine. This one worked. This one's also made in China, I believe. Everything's made in China now. Let me see here. Doesn't even have anything. But anyway, so they are working. I had this one on, but I want to get the correct one on the card. But I want to show you the difference as well. Let me see here. Let me look at the camera here real quick. My LCD, it's turned off. So there you go. There's a difference. This one has the same legs here, but it also has this other three on the outside, which sort of stops it as well. And this one it's a little longer. So let me put the flat sides together so you can see right there. So it just snaps in there, but taking it out, it's a little hard because it's kind of deep inside, so you need a long screwdriver. Just hold it on here and then just turn it, and then eventually you can take it out. This one should be the same. This should stay on the outside. That should be on the inside. But again, I want to get the correct one just to make sure everything is using the correct sensor, so that hopefully um, my gas mileage um, does get better, because sometimes it seems to have changed, but I think it was because this one was bad. I mean, it started giving me the engine. I cleaned it, but then it came back again after a while. So even though they're pretty similar, you can see that this one was a 952. This one was around 960, I think, or somewhere on there. But that's why I put 9XX on it, because it just goes down from wherever uh, measurement you get. That's pretty much it on this one. It's just a little annoyance, because when you look everywhere, you have to look under ambient temperature sensor, not intake temperature sensor, even though they're two different locations, but they are a little different, as you can see. So I will be getting that on there. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. So I hope that helps. So here's a new sensor. Now, as you can see, this goes into that holder and it doesn't move. So that is the difference between this sensor and the other smaller one. If you have the smaller ones, you're not going to be able to clip in the OEM wires on it. And that's pretty much it.